Kettle logic refers to using arguments that are inconsistent with each other. So in the first example, Adamantus asks, "Why didn't your crops grow?" Thrasymachus says, "I didn't plant any of them deep enough in the soil, but the ones I did plant deep enough didn't get enough rain." So here Thrasymachus' logic is inconsistent because at first he claims none of them were planted deep enough, then he goes on to talk about the ones that were planted deep enough. So these two things cannot be true. Something there has to be false. In the second example, Adamantus asks, "Where are the tools you borrowed?" Thrasymachus says, "I left them at home, and I didn't even borrow them in the first place. Someone might have stolen them. I really have no idea where they are." So this one is full of all kinds of kettle logic. In Thrasymachus' first little part, he says, "I left them at home," implying that he did borrow the tools. But then the second thing he says, "I didn't even borrow them in the first place." So those two statements are inconsistent with each other. Then he says someone might have stolen them, which also goes against the first one when he says, "I left them at home," because if you left them at home, no one stole them because they're at home. Well, of course, he could have left them at home and someone stole it from there, but I think he's trying to imply that someone could have stolen them from Adamantus. And in the last thing he says, "I really have no idea where they are." Well, he's just told us that they're at home, someone might have stolen them, and he didn't borrow them in the first place. So, in any of those three situations, he would probably know where they are. So this one's full of kettle logic. And in the last example, Adamantus asks, "Did you catch any fish today?" No, Thrasymachus says, "Glaucus forgot to bring the fishing nets, and when we pulled them up, they broke because of the weight of all the fish we caught." So here, Thrasymachus kind of disagrees with themselves, because first he says, "No, we didn't have any nets because Glaucus forgot them." Then he talks about the nets breaking, and both can't be true. Either they don't have nets, or the nets didn't break. And these two statements go against each other, and that therefore is kettle logic.